Just a few days ago, a beautiful black queen lost her life, named DeVonna Walker. She left behind 3 young black children who would never get to see their mother again. This is a sad story. On January 2nd, 2023, a mother, daughter, sister, aunt, cousin, and friend's life was taken due to a racist and senseless act. DeVonna Walker was at her home in Cedar Rapids with friends outside of her apartment when her neighbors started to argue with her. This was not the first encounter that she had with this couple. Previously, the couple had called out racial slurs and wished death upon her. On this particular night, during the argument, a fight broke out between DeVonna and the other female. During the fight, the male came out of the apartment and stabbed DeVonna at least 2 times. It was at this time a life was lost. The Cedar Rapids Police Department has not filed any charges with either female or male involved. DeVonna has 3 children now left without their parent. The family has stepped in to help out. At this time, however, we know it takes a village to raise children. The children should not have to suffer at any cost due to the senseless act. If you feel compelled to make any type of monetary donation, it will go towards helping the kids with all their needs moving forward. If you rather help in other ways, we have an Amazon account. The family has an Amazon account. So y'all go check out the link that I'll leave in the description to help out with DeVonna's GoFundMe. If y'all can donate anything to help support these children, if you can do anything, it will be much appreciated. Let's come together and see what we can do to help these babies get what they need, for real. But this altercation was caught on camera by an unknown party who had nothing to do with this altercation, but the very fact that they recorded it gave us keen evidence that lets us know that this situation was premeditated, in my personal opinion. Now, this family had already pressed charges on DeVonna. They claimed she assaulted a mother and their 12-year-old daughter. But the thing is, the 12-year-old daughter was acting as if though DeVonna had never did anything to her. Instead, she was trying to defuse the situation while also trying to help and protect DeVonna. DeVonna let it be known that she was trying to protect the 12-year-old daughter. The woman claimed that she seen DeVonna fighting earlier with a group of people. DeVonna said that she was trying to help that lady's daughter. Then the lady came out with a bunch of racial slurs. The altercation turned physical, to which DeVonna ran up on the lady. The man came outside, stabbed her, and DeVonna walked off and fell down. Y'all check this out.
She's not a bad dog at all. At all. This is bad. No, it's okay. Well, let's not. She's just she is just an attention whore. That's all she is. Over this, she put a metaphor on my dude. She hit me and she hit my
Now, I cannot show y'all this next part because it's too graphic, but DeVonna Walker runs up and starts, having a physical altercation with the white lady, and the white man pulls something out, something sharp, and he hits her with it. And you can see DeVonna Walker reaction afterwards. She walked off, wobbled off, and then fell down on the grass. And that is where DeVonna Walker eventually bled away and lost her life. As you see, as DeVonna laid on the ground and bled out, the lady stood over her and still called her out her name, disrespected her, called her all kind of racial slurs, and had no regard in the world for this woman's life. Sad, man. And what really pierces me and is embedded deeply in my heart and my mind was the cries of family and friends. here are the reactions from family and friends and just random people across the world showing compassion, showing that they feel for the family. They are hurt and disgusted by the actions of this family. Because if you listen, you heard the hatred in their voices. Not because it was an altercation with a random human being, but because it was an altercation with a skin color of a human being that they do not like. That's all I caught from that video. And then you look at the reactions of people laughing. It's disgusting. I want to show y'all this. I want to take a second just so y'all can see each individual name that's set on this post and laugh. There was hundreds of laughs, 521,000 views, 14,000 shares, and hundreds of laughs from ignorant people who were blinded by their own opinion of whether or not this was self-defense due to the reaction of the sister when she put this post up. Her caption was, "Justice for DeVonna Walker." She screamed and demanded justice, which I believe she deserves. Because if you look up the state law in New York about self-defense, then you get your answer as to whether or not this is justice. But see, these people's ill-advised reaction shows me that they are too ignorant to research, read. They go based off of their own opinion or the laws within their own state. Each state is different. Each state utilizes their own guidelines when it pertains to self-defense. But in this particular case, what I seen was premeditated. There's no way to go around that. But see, even if it wasn't, a woman lost her life. How could you laugh at that? And then look at this, man. What I'm missing, talking about justice. It's not your business, dude. Who are you to try to determine what cases deserve justice and what do not? Like, truly, let's be real. I feel like too many people think that, their opinion should be validated. Why would you even have an opposing side? If that's the way you feel, the best thing for you to do is keep your opinion to yourself. Because this is a situation where you should display compassion. Someone lost their life. There's a family hurting. And most importantly, there are children who are going to grow up without their parent. And that is the reason why you should have thought, maybe I shouldn't get on this post and give my opinion nor laugh at it with that reaction, just because I believe that it was not a situation where she deserved justice. But see, if you wasn't so ignorant, dude, you would have caught what was being said. Not only was it a situation where these people were being racist, but this man told her from the gate he was going to kill her. Listen. But not even just that, man. Just to stay on facts over feelings, right? The New York state law states, under the New York Penal Law 3515A, person is justified in using physical force against another when that person is under reasonable belief that the physical force is necessary to defend the person or another person from what the person reasonably believes to be the imminent use of force or the illegal use of force. There are certain exceptions to this general principle, including combat by agreement or instances where the person seeking to use the defense was the initial aggressor or provoked the attack. Didn't they seem like they were the initial aggressors, provoking the attack, yelling, screaming, and being loud, calling people racial slurs? Is that not being the aggressor or provoking the attack? But hold on, let's keep going. If you don't agree with that, note that the term reasonable is used twice in order to be able to successfully use the defense of justification, both your belief that force is being used or is about to be used, and your belief that your use of physical force is necessary to stop the attack must be reasonable under the circumstances. The above rule only applies to the use of physical force. Once again, it is only applied to the use of physical force, the above. Deadly physical force, which is the type of force that is capable of causing a serious physical injury or death, is not permitted unless a person reasonably believes that the deadly physical force is being used or is about to be used on himself or herself or a third party. Even in such a situation, however, the law imposes on a person a duty to retreat before he or she can resort to using deadly physical force if they can retreat with complete safety. New York law does not impose a duty to retreat in your own home if you are not the initial aggressor or if a person is under a reasonable belief that the attacker is attempting to commit or is committing a forcible RAPE, robbery, kidnapping, or forcible criminal, X3X, that stuff. Different rules apply for police officers, which are not covered here. And just so y'all understand fully what the New York state law is when it comes to, using deadly physical force when someone is entering your premises, because I know a lot of y'all gonna try to say that she was entering their home. Well, it states a person is permitted to use physical force, but not deadly physical force that the person reasonable believes is necessary to stop a person from committing a crime involving damage to property such as criminal mischief, whether or not the person using the physical force is an owner or is in control of the premises. A person may use deadly physical force to defend a premises only when the person reasonably believes that the deadly physical force is necessary to terminate an arson or attempted arson. For all of y'all who didn't quite understand what that was stating, for everyone who keeps saying that she does not deserve justice, she got what she deserved, that was self-defense. If y'all don't quite understand what that stated, Article 3515 of New York State law, it was telling you that you have to have reasonable intent to use deadly physical force, as saying you have to know that this person is coming to take your life. And if you have the option to get away, then you first have to get away. That's what it's stating. But it blankly stated that when it comes to combat, you cannot use deadly physical force. You can use physical force, which means hand-to-hand combat, stuff like that, but you cannot use deadly physical force. This man used deadly physical force, which is not self-defense. Then he stated before he used deadly physical force, before the woman ever even came up to his door, that he was going to kill her, while also stating racial slurs. So in this situation, this woman did not present any type of deadly physical harm in any type of way. If anything, she was the one in danger. There was a man on that side, physically stronger. And yeah, she did. And I'm telling you, she beat that man down. And that's why I believe he stabbed her. His pride was hurt, but he also had warned her before that he was going to take her life. He wanted to. He had been wanting to take her life. My thing is, man, why are you in the middle of these women arguing? The most you should have did is told your girl or your wife or whoever she was to you to come inside, not had physical altercation with a woman. This is crazy. And the New York Police Department should be held accountable. And we will not allow this one to go under the radar. Justice for DeVonna Walker and her children. Let me know how y'all feel. All praise be to the Most High.
JP.